and welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea, and in today's video I'm sharing 4 high-end Dollar Tree home decor DIYs, starting with this twine basket. For this DIY you'll need an empty cardboard box, some twine, a pillowcase, and hot glue. I'm gluing the twine around each side of the box, and for the first layer I'm making sure the twine is low enough down so the cardboard box isn't poking through the bottom. And for the first couple layers of the twine I'm putting a lot of glue around just to make sure every part of the twine is sticking down to the cardboard box. But as I go along, I'm putting less and less glue just on the ends or maybe in the middle and sticking it down like that. Now that the twine is a couple inches from the top of the box, I'm cutting off the end and gluing it in place. Now I'm taking a pillowcase and putting it inside out. And once it's inside out, I folded down the sides a few times. And now I'm putting it inside the cardboard box and stretching the pillowcase over the corners. And now I'm pulling it down to cover up all of the empty cardboard space. I found I didn't fold down the pillowcase quite enough, so there was a lot of excess pillowcase in the middle of the basket. So instead of taking it all off, I'm just pulling the pillowcase over and making a couple more layers around all of the edges and pulling it tight over each corner. And this is our beautiful twine basket using only an old cardboard box, some twine from the dollar store, and a pillowcase. For the next DIY, I'm making this geometric spray painted vase. I'm using this vase from Dollar Tree, some gold spray paint, masking tape, decorative gems to go inside the vase, and some fake flowers. I'm putting strips of masking tape over the vase to make different designs and geometric shapes. I would recommend using some kind of painter's tape instead of the masking tape. It didn't work quite as well as I was hoping for with this spray paint, but it does work if that's all you have. I stuffed the vase with some paper towel so I wouldn't spray inside the vase. And now I'm spray painting it with the gold spray paint. Now it's time to peel off all the tape. You can see a lot of the lines aren't super crisp, which is why I suggested using the painter's tape instead of the masking tape. Now to put the flowers inside and fill the vase with all of these little gems and decorative rocks. If you're not yet following me on social media, you definitely should so we can stay connected. All the links to everything will be in the description box below. Next up, I'm making this textured ceramic looking vase. I have this vase from Dollar Tree, some baking powder, pink and white acrylic paint, and some greenery. I'm mixing the white and pink paint together until I get the color I'm looking for. adding in some baking powder to the paint, which will give it a ceramic chalk paint textured look. I'm starting with a tablespoon of baking powder and mixing it together. You can see it has all of these air bubbles in it and it looks almost whipped. I'm adding some more paint and then some more baking powder until I get the consistency and the amount of paint that I want to cover the vase. Now with a foam brush, I'm covering the vase with the paint mixture. I ended up doing 2 or 3 coats, I think, on the vase. Now that it's dry, you can see how textured the paint is on the vase here. Adding that baking powder in there really gives it a unique look that you wouldn't get otherwise if you just used the paint. Now to add the greenery inside, and here is our finished vase. Next up, I'm making this geometric succulent holder. All you need for this DIY are some straws, gold spray paint, and some hot glue. The only straws they had at my Dollar Tree were these bendy straws, so I'm going to cut them off at the bendy part, so I just have the straight straws. And I'm doing this for 9 straws. To start with, I'm gluing 3 straws together to make a triangle. As I'm gluing the straws together, I'm squeezing the tops together to form a point for the triangle. You really want to make sure you're squeezing the straws together and then holding them in place for a few seconds while the glue dries to make sure everything is as stable as possible. And now I'm making another triangle with 3 more straws. Now I'm attaching 1 more straw to the top corner of one of the triangles, and this part will be the top of our structure. I'm now cutting 3 little straw pieces that are about 2 inches long each, and I'm gluing these to each corner of the bottom triangle. Now it's time to glue both of the straw structures together. I'm adding the final straw here for the last piece of the structure. Here's what it looks like all glued together, and now we just have to spray paint it. I did a couple of coats just to make sure all sides of the straws were covered in spray paint. So I spray painted one side of it and then let it dry and turned it over and spray painted again. And this is what it looks like dry. And I had this little succulent from the dollar store, so I just stuck it inside. Here are all the finished DIYs that we did today. They were all so easy and I love how they all turned out. And they all cost around $1 or even less. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed all of these budget-friendly dollar store home decor DIYs. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and check out some of my previous videos if you've missed any. And I'll see you next time.